So you're going to just run the content. So we are going to let me join so that we'll get us record. Uh, so you just look at you look at you sit down. We are going to record you. You sit down. No, you bring your chair, you sit down, and you assume. In fact, we're supposed to have two people sitting, and you assume that they are your partners, and you are going to be giving them the opening statement. Just no. Let's these people are not there. Uh, okay, so let me see. Please tag everybody on the this and tell them to join. Well, that is your party, and then you are starting a mediation session, and we are hoping that so you assume that you have the party before you, and you are starting a mediation session. So uh, you can go ahead. Yeah. So, what did you, yes, just briefly, let's hear. What did you, what, how is it, how do you assess it? Right. What makes her try? Yes. What? Okay. Uh, Go ahead. Okay. So, I think what we'll do, we'll not take the review. We'll send the recording. We'll go and view it, and you are going to decide everybody's opening statement when we don't have the time. So yeah, thank you for joining with us. Your worship, take the front seat. Oga, okay, please. Thank you. Try to resolve the dispute only to facilitate and facilitate all of your own power. And you have the right to withdraw from this process at any time you so necessary. And you also have the right to raise up your hand and if you don't understand anything, if anything is not clear, you have the right to uh, ask questions to your raise up your hand. We are going to have a joint session where I will hear the facts of the issue between you, and then I might decide that we have a private session. Know that this process is completely confidential. I will not take out whatever that is discussed here out of this place. You are also not permitted to share whatever we discuss here outside this place. It's confidential, so you are protected. But in the private session too, I will also not discuss what I discussed with you privately, except by permission, with your permission. And the whole process is confidential. You cannot also call me as a witness if there's any issue that arises in the course of this mediation, except it is ordered by a judge. And we are all going to take turns in speaking. We are all going to take 10 minutes. And when one is talking, we're supposed to listen. We are not supposed to interject. We are allowed the person to talk. We should treat each other with politeness, with respect. We should do that. If you need extra time, you can raise up your hand. And if you did not take up the time assigned to you, the other party is also permitted to use your remaining time. So I welcome you to this session, and I also request and your permission to allow me ask you difficult questions. I will ask you difficult questions in the course of this mediation so that we can be able to communicate better, because effective communication
to assist you in resolving the disputes. Then my role also as a mediator is not to offer you legal advice. So I'm not to offer you legal advice, I'm just to facilitate the process as a third party neutral. Let me know if you have any other questions before we proceed. You have questions? Okay, thank you. Then before we begin this session, I also want to seek your permission whether I can take notes. Can I take notes? And if when I take notes, can I keep the notes? I will not share them with you for me. Can I can I keep the notes or do you expect me to strengthen them to destroy the notes? No, don't keep it. There's a contract. I should not, she said in fact, he said no. Okay, I cannot keep it. Yes. So since he said I should not keep the notes, then I'm to respect everyone. So I will not keep the notes. I will have to shred them. Is it okay by us? Okay. So do you have any other grounds you would like to set? Like use of phones, because I expect our phones to be on silence. And if you want to take a little you want to visit the convenient room, how should we go about it? Do you want us to take breaks during the mediation session in case one of you wants to? Just proceed, let me need to okay, so you let me know when you need to take breaks. So you don't have, do you have any other thing to add?
All right, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so I think you take. Not always take out. Then he will go. You can come. Come check you out. We come to that. Come to that. Alright, you just to form. Okay, can you shift like this? Like this? So like this. One color shift. Right, so. Go ahead. Good morning. Welcome to Shati House of Settlement. My name is Valik Shelton, Ambassador of Valik Shelton, and I welcome you here today. Settlement mediation that you have chosen to come. I congratulate you, and I'm very happy that you also chosen. So you should take less than 5 minutes, 2-3 minutes. Less than 5 minutes. That you are choosing mediation to resolve this issue. Like I said, my name is Willie Shelton. I'm an ambassador to the Open Door Court and also a chartered and certified mediator. I have handled many cases over the last 15 years. I'm excited that you came here and addressed me with another knowledge about the process. Could you please confirm your names, me? Yourself. Please, can you speak louder? Both welcome. Please speak loud. I'm happy to have you here. Now, from your file, see that both of you have filled in the agreement to mediate form, and please confirm you signed this form yourself. Yes. You signed this form. Were you under any duress to sign this form? So you chose this medium by yourselves.
I'd also like to assure you that everything we do here is confidential, and I would want you all to keep that confidentiality. Please do not discuss any part of anything that we discuss in here with anybody outside this. Everything we discuss ends here, except if we will now summarize the side. Having said this, during this mediation process, I want us to maintain our calm, the decorum, all adults. They are all gentlemen and ladies. Please, no use of foul words, no use of insults, no throwing of and try to be as calm and bold when he's speaking. Please listen. When she's speaking, please listen, do not interject or interrupt when you give a chance to speak. What focusing, just to clear off certain which will not anything deliberate, is just to make sure that we have. Now, remember, I am not a judge, I am a mediator. I am here to guide this process of prayer, we will all agree, and I will walk towards a peaceful. During this process, we all have feelings. What do you think we should do to our feelings? Can we stop outside or can we leave them silent? When we put them on the table silence, you know, we say that I think what do you think we should do to our feelings? Should our mediation proceed and get to prayer time? Would we delay our prayers or would we want us to make some prayer until you will notice on the table there's meats and supplements. Please take it to the pharmacy. If anybody wants water or coffee, have it available. Please. At the end of this process, there will be a decision.
The online participants can idea.
I'll recap now. You are your man, all one all I want to and then we silence and prayer silence. Pray for prayer. Also agree that not all of the challenges as possible and maintain our so having said this rules, I pray we frank and sincere and what's solution. Like I said, you're going just like just sitting down, you're in agreement. And any given time where your voluntariness that you volunteer to contribute and you feel you want to be out of it or you don't want to be, please let it know. And there is no duress, negation, all voluntary process.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right.
Yes.
Yes. All right, good afternoon, everyone. You're welcome to this session. My name is Maria Watson. I'm a legal practitioner for the state of legislature mediation. My role here is to facilitate communication between you two, the aim of understanding what the problem is and trying to understand, trying to find the solution to it. For your information, I get I'm not here to not here to judge you, not here to take sides, I'm not here to understand who is right or who is wrong. Just here to find solutions.
Lying.
First of all, I would like to if you came here, did you come here sign the submission form? Submit yourself to mediation. Thank you. Okay. This session is very confidential. Nothing we see here should leave this room. You can't say it outside, you can't take it outside, I can't take it outside. Are we clear on this? Yes. Thank you. So before we proceed, we have to set some ground rules so that we can have a free flow while we move. First of all, respect. We need to respect each other. We have to, there should be courtesy, and then we cannot, we can't interject. So when she talks, you listen. When she talks, you listen. When you have something to say, you can just write it down. When she's done, I'll ask you to speak. Is that okay by you? It's okay. So, do you have anything to add? Any ground rules? Anything? Well, we don't listen. Don't worry, that will be sorted. But for now, I just need you to speak with me when you have anything to say. Okay. Is that okay? It's okay. Thank you. Well, she said she's used to me. She knows it everything. She was lost. And what obviously. And I will not be able to because now you know today's better. That's why I'm ready and when if you can.
My name is Abdullah Farid. I'm a certified mediator. I've been trained by Shati, and I've been appointed to serve as your mediator for the day. I would like to formally welcome both of you. To this mediation session, I would also like to thank each of you for attending this mediation and your willingness to participate in this progress. As the mediator, my role is entirely unified. Impartial. Not a right. I'm not deciding which right or wrong. I'm not here to take sides or impose a situation on anyone. My responsibility is to guide, facilitate, communication, and clarify. There are some ground, there are some roots of right thing. I can't decide for you. I'm just here to facilitate for you. I'm here to facilitate, not here to deal with you. Okay. Well, I would like to do some ground rules. Throughout this session, I would like respectful communication between the both of you. Each party will be given equal opportunity to speak. While one person is speaking, the other person is not allowed to speak. And the second one is confidentiality. The mediation process is confidential. Whatever happens here stays in here. You know that saying, what happens in Lagos stays in Lagos. So what happens here stays, you have nothing to research. And mediation is voluntary. I'm sure you could sign the willingness to participate in mediation. When you force it, you need to report. And remember, this is more on resolution. One is important to understand the history of the disputes. Resolution is primarily for ruling. Our focus today is not only on what happened in the past, but also on finding practical solutions that can resolve the issue and where possible, resolve the relationships. During this mediation session, we will clarify the key matters in this dispute and discuss possible areas of agreement for compromise. If necessary, as the process is going on, we and we private with each of them in separate settings. Not have how possible. I would also like to remind everyone that mediations often lose the person when partners, even flexible, and solution to the project. Compromises are not necessarily weakness. Rather, let's willingness to resolve disputes. The whole should be complete.
Not that.
That's why I thought, yeah. At this point, unless there are any questions about the mediation process, the round rules, we'll proceed with the opening statement from the parties. I would like you to introduce your.
Me, I have the question. This one I've already is already correctly. How are we going to proceed?
Just tell you what you. Don't bother.
My name is Laura.
How many questions?
I'm sorry.
I'll wait for you. Mr. Abbas.
Thank you.
No sound. No sound. Okay. We've lost sound.
I am here. Extend full agreement between both of you. But please note that brokering deals does not mean that I will create the agreement for you or I will force my opinion on you. All I'm going to do is try and get be able to reach middle ground and so that we can sign an agreement that is binding. I'm so sorry, did you sign our mediation agreement on Saturday? Did you do so now? You have the consent of the organization over here, sir. What of you, ma'am? You have your, so that please, how do you want me to address you, Mr. Abbas? Mr. Abbas, what of you, madam? How do you want to be addressed? Aisha, you can call me Laura. I don't know if you can just put down some rules so that as we're going along, we don't provoke each other or we don't have too much time. But first, I hope we don't mind that we can put our phones on silence or we do prefer to switch it still off. Okay, not coming out. Okay. Can we also try our possible best to address each other as politely and as respectfully as possible? No indirect talks, no side talks. Let's just talk. We'll both be given special times as equal as possible to express yourself and to respond. Please do not interject when the other person is speaking. So that maybe we'll give you paper each so you can make notes or points that you want to raise from what the other party has said. And when it's your turn, you can raise those points. I hope that is okay. We may need to take frequent breaks or less breaks, whichever one is happening. I hope you don't mind that. Because some things may occur that we need to take breaks. Some things may also occur that and we need to see one on one without the other person present.
You take it here.
So please do not look at it as anything because my job is
when I start at
is to make sure that
I'm teaching.
it's
Why do you think?
also,
Actually,
I would like to ask, is there anyone that would like to add to this rules? No, just ask. Well, also, sorry, I hope you are aware, everything we say here is confidential.
by student.
So nobody will hear of anything that we have said. But also note that if anything you say commits a criminal offense, it is my bound duty to report that criminal offense. Do we agree? And I go out to you. No, that's why I said it's confidential. Anything you say here in this room, it is between you, him, me, and God. The only thing that will come out is any point you both have agreed on, I will take it down as a must and to form the foundation of your agreement, which both later on both of you decide if you are all the agreement. Do you agree?
Yes.
So we can start the negotiation. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Excuse me, before we start the next session, I have a question. There's an interim in the law, plus housing. So when people come from different offices, let's say, for example, I'm coming on behalf of Ministry of Works and Housing, and then probably he's coming from, let's say, Ministry of Finance on their behalf. So even though I have the authority to come here from the office, normally you have to report back to your head about what is happening. So how do we deal with that confidentiality clause on the case?
Usually, when you are sent, when you are going for a mediation session, you send somebody who has authority. You send the person who has authority to settle, authority to speak, not the one that you want to report. You send the person who has the power to do what needs to be done. Do you understand? When you are doing mediation session on behalf of an organization, you send the manager, you send somebody, or you send someone. If it's a junior staff, that junior staff must have come with a letter of authority or power of attorney to show that the company has given him the discretion and the power to discuss and make decisions. So it doesn't need to be reaching out to the organization to say, they said this, what are you saying about it? Do you understand?
But sometimes in an organization, even when you are mediating, the person will tell you that, this is past my level of authority, I have to get back, so you now fix another session.
Yes.
If it is an organization, if it is a company, it means, according to the law, it has perpetual succession and is beyond an individual. Most times, mediation is party driven. You get? So we are expecting that it is the people who have the authority to do the right thing. That's the people that are there. But if you are coming on behalf of an organization, of course, you should have authority to do the discussion and the negotiation. The idea of, okay, this thing is beyond my power should be avoided in the first place. But it's not as though you are not going to report. If you are sent, of course, you are going to report to the organization the outcome of the discussion and negotiation. Do you understand? But if it is an individual matter, personal matter that you are the final authority, you don't share with another person. But if it is a company, because it's official, tomorrow you may not be there. It's somebody that will be there, so there should be record. But it is not everything that transpired in the course of the that you are going to go and share with them. It's key decisions. Okay, we have decided A, B, C, and D, isn't it?
Yes.
It's not all the
From A to
things that happen. So go.
Gentlemen, you are welcome to this educational session. My name is Paz Masanawa. I am a certified mediator, Shati Institute. And we welcome you once again. And I appreciate your efforts towards continuing your district. I would like to first of all remind you that this is an educational session. It's not a court. It's not the tribunal. It is your discussion that will guide towards the decision of this session. It is supposed to be a confidential session. All we discuss here is remains here. We're not taking it anywhere. The only thing that will take out of this is the decision that is how to take. I would like to again appreciate you for coming, for taking, for deciding to take the decision and first of all, before we go into our discussions, I would like us to introduce our thoughts and how we want to address it.
Yeah, I'm have to do something. I'm sitting on that. Okay, come sit down.
Actually, some of the ground rules we need to set before we go into full discussion. And the fact that we need to be civil in our discussion. I'll give each of you 5 minutes to speech, make your statement, your own statement. Then thereafter we will go into full discussion with the hope of arriving at a solution at the end of the day. Another rule is that we need to keep our phones silent or even switched off. We need to also be civil in our interactions. You know, we need to be civil as possible. Don't interject when the other person is talking. Wait until he finishes. So you can take notes. You have facts in front of you. You have take notes, you can take notes. Wait for the other person to finish his speech before you now respond. As long as we go out, there may be the need for private discussion. Both of us. I need that meeting, and the last one to be built for one. No?
Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you. All right, so
God, Angela Bass. Okay. Angela Bass. You are welcome. One thing I want to know is, this session is what's influencing your conversation. And before we complete the next one, if you to sign the agreement, you know, sign. Okay. So one thing I want you to know that this process is not yours, right? So you can choose to continue. And if you have not had for today, you can choose to leave us. It's very good. It's also confidential. Meaning that what we discuss here is going to stay because here, so you don't have any fear that this thing might discussing gets to another party outside. What we discuss here will stay with us. My role here is to guide this conversation so that I can get to a solution. I'm not here to judge. I'm here to give signs. I'm going to be as neutral as possible. And I'm also going to be time to talk. And one thing I'll make sure to do is I'll give all the time to end discussion. See how we can also speak for the machine. And during this process also, we might come to a point where we need to be having sessions. So don't be surprised when be confused when I say stream on to go into action to discuss with you, or I say I want to do action so like that. We have private session. And if need be, we may also take breaks in between. There are times we will for me to heated. Need to take breaks. And just like I said, yeah, I'll be very efficient. We're going to session so this is kind of yeah. So what if you know I wish it intersect? And actually I want to do that. We said it don't look like I what do you think? So you guys keep up for example. Don't always open the things that so so what do you think we should do that from some conference session? So it's a silence. I you think that's which is why we do it. One problem is no. So you keep it both. I you think that. So that must be that after school silent. So we are talking to keep our voices down. So we are going to proceed with this process now.
All right. Thank you. Online participants. Okay, one. Okay. Online participants should get ready. Call your friends, drop the message. Online, those who are online are going to present their opening statement shortly. So please, the floor is yours.
You want to give about
Yeah, it's nice.
So how do we, you have space to put it? No, no, you just bring it back, because it becomes shorter in this. The other guys, if you push it. It becomes short.
So,
Probably starts with your name and boundaries. The focus of ladies, my focus here is to help and assist you in reaching a common goal of mutual agreement. I believe you are all case solution. Did you sign the mutual agreement? That you I would like to, do you have authority to agree on the sentiment on these issues? That do you have authority to agree on this issue? From your company?
your voice.
Depends on the decision that is going to be taken, we have to consult my boss.
Well, you know, ETR is a confidential issue. As we're sitting down here, whatever we discuss here, we're not supposed to know out with things. Whatever you tell me, or I tell you, or he tells me, and I tell him, we are not supposed to take things out of this point. And I also like you to know that, whatever we do here is voluntary. I'm just here to facilitate you, to help you reach the mutual goal and agreement to settle on settling this issue. And I also want you to know that at any point in time, you feel that you cannot reach an agreement, you can always withdraw from this matter. Do you have any questions with that? Like, do you have any questions with that? Before we start out, also do that, we're going to have, have a private session during the process. This is so that I can get an in-depth idea on some certain points or certain issues on this matter. So when at any point in time I call any of you for a private session, you shouldn't feel like I'm being biased or taking sides. I want you to know that I'm going for now, I'm going to join you together so that we can always get our own issues. And I want you to know that I'll be giving you 10 minutes each to air out your grievances so that we can be able to reach an agreement. Before we start, I also want to lay out some rules. I want you to know that we're all mature here, and I feel like we can talk to each other respectively. So when one person is talking, please the other person should please until he's done before he speaks. And we should also try to use languages that are acceptable. We shouldn't want to insult each other. Yeah, and we should try as much as possible not to be violent in our words and our actions. Also, I want you to know that I will be taking breaks during the sessions, maybe for prayer or to rest on certain issues. And I want to know, what do you think we should do with ourselves? Do you think you can put them on silence or do we switch them off?
I'm expecting this course.
So you want to take the call and you ask for it to understand what to receive response. So I think we can just take an excuse to take the call. We can make you put it on silent and not be an excuse so that you can see the blinking of the light when it's going to be so that you can see that's not. Will that be an issue? So what about you?
Same.
Once again, I want to thank you for coming to this mediation. And I want to know if you have any clarification. Or we have a decision. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much for that wonderful session. So those online, will you want to give us your opening statement? Those online. Rukaya, can you hear me? Achi, will you want to speak?
Yes, yes.
Mr. Chief, will you want to speak? One house.
Yes, yes. I'm very audible. Am I?
Radio. Bluetooth mode. Line in.
Mr. Achi, can you speak?
Okay, yeah. So I'm just trying to be sure I'm very audible. So this is my opening statement.
Go ahead.
Yes, good morning for coming around and for choosing mediation to settle the dispute. My name is Achi Dabara, or you can address me as Mr. Achi. I would like to know how you would have me addressed you. Okay, noted.
You can call me.
Sir?
Can address me as Chief.
All right, that's okay, sir. Noted, Chief. I believe you have signed in the consent for mediation under Shati. Have you done that?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Chief. Thank you, Chief, for the compliance. Now, the mediation, I'm playing the role of a mediator, not a judge, also not an advocate. My role is to facilitate an efficient communication, and the decision to this mediation process depends on the two of you. I don't know if legal representation to be part of this mediation. Are you bringing in any legal representation, Chief? Or you are standing all by yourself? Chief, I need your response.
Pardon?
Chief, are you? Yes, I said, are you bringing in any legal representation? Are we exclusively the two parties, or there will be other participants at the course of the mediation process?
We are the participants.
Oh, that's great. Thank
Yes.
you for that clarity. Now, it's important you note that mediation is being governed by certain principles. The principle of volunteer. What that means is that everything that will be done here will be willingness. Nobody is under compulsion. And then the principle of confidentiality. And what that means is every discussion, every private and confidential matter will be kept undisclosed. So I need you to be aware of that. And so what that means is that what is to be said and mentioned here stayed with the parties that are involved in this process. I believe you are. Are you comfortable with that?
Yes.
Chief?
Yes.
Okay. Myself as well, I would be taking down notes at the course of this mediation. And we have some notepads here. You can as well use that so that issues you want to discuss can be coincised, and you will say them when the need arises. And since this process is confidential, materials have been noted down. It can be useful at the course of my practicing of this profession. I may need to use them at another time, but I will need you to accept that, give me that liberty, to use certain information that I will have in this meeting, not to blackmail you, not to implicate you, but to be able to help others that are in the quest of seeking for settlement in challenges and conflicts and disputes. So are you comfortable having me to help others through your experiences?
No.
Or you are not comfortable?
Yes.
Okay, that's noted. I will ensure that I comply with your intentions. Now, it's also important you know that this mediation process is being guided by the principles of joint sessions. We're going to have sessions, all of us together, to be able to proceed in understanding the nature of this conflict. So we're going to have sessions together, and then there will also be need for me to have separate sessions. So do not feel maligned or set aside if I come up with the time out that we will have session, which is called caucusing. So bear in mind that such times will come. And remember that this is just to help me understand the underlying factors about this dispute that is before us. So just bear that in mind, such a time will come at the course of the mediation process. And then finally, we need to set out some ground rules on how to ensure that everybody is respected. So I will need you to have an idea that we are going to respect each other. We're going to speak respectfully to each other. I think, are we comfortable with that? We shouldn't use words that are demeaning. We shouldn't use words that are offensive. Chief, are you comfortable with that ground rule?
Yes. Usually in our team, it's offensive.
Thank you. Thank you. And then, okay, thank you. And then secondly, we would need to be taking breaks at interval. I don't know, how will you have our break how do you want our break to be taken? Is it after certain minutes?
When the time comes.
Okay, when the time comes, that's okay. That's okay. And then you may need to keep your phones. Either you put it on silent or you switch it off. It will create distraction for us. And then if there is any emergency at any time, we will attend to it as the process goes on. So thank you very much for collaborating. I believe that we'll reach a point of settlement by those words. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much for that, Mr. Chi. Rukayat, please, you can come on. Rukayat. Rukayat, can you hear me? Rukayat, are you here with us? Please confirm if you are here with us. Hello? Rukayat, can you hear me? Rukayat.
But Barrister, sir, it appears as if her ability to speak is disabled. Yes. Because if you check her profile, there is no speaker. It appears, her ability to speak is disabled.
Okay, so in that case, we just take a little comment and then we close. We just use 3 minutes to take comments.
Please, is that that we can do a session with difficult clients? So we have practice of that in our virtual.
Yeah, we can do that tomorrow.
Just remember what I said. If you remember, two of them were sick.
So we are going to have a session. All right, so what are your observations? Just briefly, 3 minutes at.
Everybody has a different style, a different way of putting out their business, but they end up trying covering almost all the movies.
Okay. Okay, what else?
Okay. With the elements that are really on the statements, but I realize that some elements have to come in introductory as the way system should also have its introduction, the beginning, and the end. Like when after you introduce yourself and they introduce themselves, I think the next thing should be asking whether they actually signed the consent resulted from the submission that is spoken about, and then asking whether they have authority to mediate. That one should also be at the beginning. That is what said, yes, like some companies, they might not have.
Yeah, if you are representing some. If you are representing.
Yes, that's what. If you're coming to stand in for someone, we are standing in
Sir,
for a company.
please, sir, can you come closer here, sir? Can you be here so that you'll be captured?
Even if it's not company, for example, in a tenancy case, if the tenancy matter with the husband, there is other time he send the wife to the place. So you have to confirm whether he gave that. Yeah,
If you are not doing it personally,
Yes.
you are not the party personally. If you are representing somebody, then there should be something showing.
Yes.
Because you don't want a situation where somebody is asking for five. Let's say, should we accept 5,000? He said, please give me a minute. He goes outside, he makes a call and comes out to say, no, I can't say I cannot do like that. So you need somebody who, if he's a represent, most times it's corporate organizations, companies and the rest of it.
No, even some divorce, that's some divorce mediation, when family members join the village. Some people experience it or even family, sometimes the woman will not even say anything. The woman involved is family that will say, this is what was done to our daughter, this is this. So sometimes you ask, who now has the authority? Are you giving them the authority to speak on your behalf, or you're going to talk, or should they be
Generally, as a general rule, is the parties themselves. If they are not available, you can join the session to the time when they will be available.
So that should be clarified.
Yeah. Yes, most times if it is personal, right, get the parties. If it is a corporate organization, you know that you have different structure. Somebody can be there today, tomorrow, and that person. So please always ensure that it is the parties that are involved. If they are if they are not, and in the case where you need to, you should give clear authority that this person you gave this instruction is also person and he can act on your behalf and take decision in respect of this and he binds you. But you see, the risk also is that if you do something and at the end of it you agree, he now comes and say, no, I didn't, even though I say you should represent me, but it's not this, so you now have an issue. So I think basically that is it. So I think what I will say is that go back and look at opening statement. We have looked at it in the first, and we have sent you also a sample, combine it, then come with a checklist. This checklist, you are going to do another opening statement. No, we're emphasizing it because this is the most one of important aspects. Know the components and know how to say it by heart. Because when you are looking and you are looking, it doesn't. So you just say it. You are going to do it again. Maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes. You summarize your opening statement and ensure that you pinpoint on each of it. Practice makes perfect. As you keep hearing people saying it, now you are going to go and criticize. So before tomorrow, we'll send these clips. Check it. You are going to review everybody's this thing. Write down comments you want to make. This but he did this or did this. He missed out this and this. That is what is called peer review or evaluation. And as you do it more often, you get used to it. Unconsciously, you see that the knowledge is settling. We could just teach you openly, like the way we have taught now. But you see, sometimes we are still finding it a little difficult to do it in the practical terms of it. So, but as you do it, that's learning by doing, right? You are doing it, you are learning, you are hearing other people say, oh, so she too, she can do like this is wonderful, right? So those are the things that we want to consider. So we are going to be doing plenty practicals tomorrow. We'll do plenty practicals. So I'll ask you, yeah, how many are you here?
6.
Okay, 6.
You know, plus 3.
Okay.
4. No, 3, 4, 5 more. Where? Two left before time.
No, I mean those are. So think of a difficult scenario. Short. Just three, let's say 3, 4, 5 lines. Come with it. Right? We are practice opening statement, right? So we are going to, if we have the time, we can start from opening statement to now opening. This opening statement is for the mediator. The opening statement for the parties at their own side of the story. So proceed from there to the side of the story where you practicalize both the opening statement and then seeing how you conduct the parties, how they tell their own side of the story, and then how you coordinate the process. Are we together? So look out for that. Then come with a scenario for active listening.
Okay.
Active listening. We want you to just do a simple 3, 4 line story that a mediator will sit down, and we want to see the demonstration of where someone is listening actively and where someone is not listening actively. Please take note too. It's an assignment I'm giving. We are going to come with it. So number 1 assignment I said is what?
See, opening statements, difficult scenarios, active listening, right?
Okay. So that's the first one is difficult scenario. Yes, check the first one is to do the checklist. Somebody will type, Abalaka, please, you type this thing and send it to the platform. You are going to review the opening statements. The essence is that, you have been trained to be a trainer. So you should be able to assess mediators. So you should be able to look at a session and be able to say, this and this and this is missing. So you do it peer review, that's you do it within yourselves. And then when you find yourself in a situation, a real life situation, you'll be able to say, because most times, if you go to real sessions, some of them don't even follow anything. They just do it. So, but if you want to be professional, you have to be deliberate. So number 1, you review that and take note of some of the things. You can just take note, this person, this is her name, and then this is what I think she, and most importantly, we're interested in the aspect that she didn't do well, so that you can note and we improve upon. Then the second one is difficult scenario. Give us a difficult scenario, just 3 lines, 4, 5 lines, where the parties, one way or the other, may have a divergent issue and may decide to, so you can bring maybe 1 or 2, pick one. Then, and that will help you to be able to, if you are training, you can create a scenario that will help, remember we're saying micro teaching is to develop specific skills. So we want to develop skills in that line. So you do a difficult scenario, right? Then the second one is active listening. We want a scenario where you will show us where someone is listening actively, right? So you play it and see, so that we'll be able to know in this particular scenario, was the mediator listening actively? And then the other scenario where he was not listening actively. That's number what?
3.
3. And number 4 is we want you to give us a situation where all of you should do it, so that we'll just pick one. We don't want to give you We want you to develop it so that it is something that you should be used to, right? So just develop just few lines, small. We want a scenario where the mediator is showing bias. Are we together? Yes. Give us a scenario where the mediator is showing bias. Is showing bias or impartiality. Or partially, where is partial. The mediator is partial. So we want the as they play this thing, we should be able to make observation and criticism on the situation. In this scenario, okay, the mediator does this and that and that. That's number
That's 4.
4. Then we need a situation, a scenario that will warrant the parties to go into caucus. So we want to see a situation where you flow from your opening statement to the parties just tell you briefly this, and this. You say, you have explained to them, they are giving you an opening statement and you feel there is need for a caucusing. So let's see how you do a caucusing. So the one that will lead us to have a caucusing. Then those things. We said the micro teaching was meant to develop micro teaching. That's page what one? Okay, so
Sorry.
okay, please sit on it.
No, you have your lap, just sit on it.
Please, I think you should put your seat like that. Yes. Let your yes.
Oh, that one, can
you say like that?
And put your legs in front of you. Okay. Don't worry, it will help your mind.
All right. So it's part of our it's therapeutic it's part of your therapy. In the course of training, you should have it's part of the training. You do exercise when you apply it. Okay. Yeah, so that's what is called. Yes. Okay. So okay, those scenarios you see within micro teaching is meant to develop specific skills.
Yes.
I will mention some of them. We want to practice.
Yeah.
Yes, so that you just see it. If it is focusing, if it is your own statement, if it is active listening, if it is a situation where somebody is showing bias, those are the things that we want to show. Are we together?
Yes.
All right. So I think basically these are the things that we want to let's
Stand it. No, stand it.
so your God will be favorable, so you come back early. All right. Okay, so thank you very much for the time. I really you can so So, thank you so much for keeping, for staying till this time. That's actually good. So, we hope to see tomorrow. You send the instruction to the platform and then we'll continue from there. Thank you. And if you want to go back and do some exercise and massage, it's a massaging machine, so it. All right, thank you. Online participant, thank you. See you tomorrow.
All right, sir. But I hope the assignment will be sent to the WhatsApp group.
All right, thank you.